Hello, everybody. Sorry for the little delay. Had to go ahead and clear some of the energies out. And the topic today that was picked up by the CF for it. I want to recognize him. He's our administrator here at the chat room. And he's watching my back. He's doing a lot of background energies. He's doing very good transformations for it. And here he is. Speaking of him, he walks into a chat for it. And he brought a very good issue the other day, and I left it for specifically for today. Today we're in the Lion's Gate. In the Lion's Gate, we're talking about the wisdom of the younger generation, which is the fifth house. The fifth zodiac sign is Leo, the wisdom within the young generation. And he picked up the topic about understanding and dealing with the newly awakening uh, divine masculine energies that they are emerging, that's coming in. Very beautiful topic, by the way, CF. I want to say thank you again. And before dive into this, into the divine energies, for I want to recognize the people who came here in the chat. Erica, Diana, Josh, Margaret, Lisa, Ann Smith, and CF. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming in. But before we to deal, understand, and dealing with something, we have to understand and dealing with the things that we need to know. Uh, I will send you back in time. I will send you back time and to a tribe mode where the young generations were coached and was guided by the oldest, by the eldest. And if you look at it, the eldest, the elderly people, they have the most experience, the life experience. They have the more knowledge, the wisdom, and they were coaching our better generation. The problem began with rebellion. That was at a time when the youngest thought that they knew everything and then begin not to listen, the eldest generations. And we are going to experiencing this, but we have to become the rebel to bring actually listening the youngest generations to the elders. We have to put back the things in order the way they were, because currently the world, the way it is, it doesn't work. It's not working for it. We're seeing it right now within and this environment that we are in. Currently, the most of the parents out there, they missing this wisdom, this empathy, this love, and so on, and they couldn't pass it into their kids. Now we're experiencing this toxic environment, toxic situations from within, and we have a divine masculine energies that are distorted, but we also have a energies that were distorted before them as a generation. Carlos, thank you for coming into the chat. So here is that by understanding the energy of the elders, which is that's what the divine energy is coming in right now in the play. Very beautiful topic for today, by the way. We have to understand and bring this eldest wisdom now with a new understanding with the ages that we are, and we are have to work within this divine masculine energies, because the divine masculine energies, what they know today, for it, they are like a one raw diamond that is not cut, is not polished. They can now reflect properly the light that they are received. For them, you have to be uncut, unpolished, unshaped, not guided, not controlled, and 10 for the light that shine through the, if you've seen an uncut diamond for it, they cannot reflect proper light. Can never shine for it. And now you got to look at yourself as a divine masculine energy for it. If you're female, you have a masculine energies from within you. If you are a male, you also have a masculine energies from within you for it. What did you happen to you? Life cut you. There is a problem. There is situations. There is a things, hardship, and so on. But you worked your tail off on it. So you to be polishing yourself, you to get to this shape of understanding from within you to have this diamond for it. Now, this diamond is a crystal from within you that shines the light from the universe. That's the ultimate light that you can light up from within on it. But understanding the this newly awakening for it, they're like they're gonna comes into you for, and if that is a kid, and they're gonna comes in and they're gonna be like I want to give you a movie, kids movie. uh Take an example as the animation movie, the Avatar. They're gonna comes in without this raw energies, and they're like I see my friends, I see everything around me, and I don't like what I see. How can I change it? They're gonna come to you, those newly awakening divine masculines, and they're like I don't like it, and I don't understand why I don't like it. We lost as a society a respect, which is the masculine energies we're talking about, the respect. We lost the dignity, we lost the truth, we lost the proper way of the wise warrior, we lost the person who knows how to build. Okay, we lost the quality of the masculine energy. Today, the masculine energy is all about building muscles and having tattoos and been in a toxic, because the way it is the more toxic he is, the more toxic females liking them, and we have a toxic environment for it. I'm sorry I have to tell you this, but it is the harsh truth, and I seen it. Okay, had a talk with someone here from Bulgaria. She is about in her 20s, and she is has some more masculine energy within her. And she's like, I can't stand it even at work. I can't stand it even in working with clients. Dio, what the hell is going on? That's what we're talking about. In awakening divine masculine energies. They seen it. He's like, I seen it, and I don't know what to do. And you tell them you have to learn your empathy, you have to develop the skills, you have to develop this because it's within you. All right. And we have these generations now that some of them, they already had a kids, and they coming in and they say like what should I do? What happens is the generations of parents right now, they grow up without the empathy. They grow up without the corrections. They grow up without the proper empathy as an environment, as gravitation. And they couldn't pick up that empathy. There was no empathy outside. There was no empathy in the family. So now you have this society that is cold-hearted, and they don't understand what love is. And now we are getting a new generation that it's awakening the divine masculine energies. They're awakening within the both male and the female, and now they're looking. So when it comes to you for it, you have to be compassionate with them because they are raw, and they will have this mix from within them, that they have the both empathy and toxicity at the same time. You're going to be amazing how the culture of all this kind of like a merge within them, and you need to understand that culture for And you got to tell them, listen, look from within you. Now show the both your sides and have them develop the empathy. Okay. With some of it, it could be even so bad that it could be a some kind of like a of situations. Okay, that are we going to help everybody? I don't think so, because saving is going to be depending of your personal development. That is the rebellion from within. That is the age of Aquarius. And until the person doesn't wake from within, nobody can wake him up. For that is a coming in into a the situation with the mirroring neurons. The more we are mirroring out there the empathy, the more it's going to be accepted through other people, because the people forgot about this empathy. They forgot to be a decent human beings. They forgot to be the truth. They forgot to be honest. Doesn't matter how ugly the situation is. Okay, that's what it is. But in today's environment, you better hide, you better be a toxic, you better be like this, and you just screwing up your life. And that's what a lot of the people right now they coming in and with this situation. But you have to look at it that if it wasn't this darkness, there won't be no awakening, new develop both divine masculine and the divine feminine's energy. Hello, Maria Richards. Thank you for coming into the chat. And the understanding of you is going to require you to evolve in the both realms of the force, of the energy, of the gravitation, which is the positive and the negative. And that's why in this awakening stage that we have it in here, we're working with this newly emerging energies. Okay, and they're gonna look at it for us as elders at some point for it. It's the same thing like within the movie, the Avatar, the animation movie is a series. I'm daring you to go ahead and watch them. You are going to help you a lot from within. Uh, Katie Morgan, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Appreciate you guys. Give me the energies back on this for it. If there's anything I can do, Katie, personally, I would love to give back into the return. Appreciate, really. I am. And take a look, Young, who he's got this powers from with him. Okay, he got this power. He's an avatar, but he learned what? He learning only the force of the air. He's the last airbender. He's the last of his kind. Okay. And now he has to give this and develop it with this. He has to go through this tough and rough journey to develop the skills of the fire, of the water, of the earth, so he can become what he's meant to be. And we are going to have a newly awakening people like this. That's what I believe, that's what this message from this developing of some of these movies were. They can help the kids to learn and understand this for it. Okay. And now we have a kids, they only ask, and they only ask. They don't know how to give. When was the last time you see around when the kids are sharing? No. Now the kids nowadays is I see them. I mean, they're pushing themselves in the streets and they think like this is kind of like um, it's good. Okay, don't even realize that they're pushing a person out in the road where the cars are going. They don't have even the awareness of what their actions creating, simply because of this newly developed emerging culture. It's kind of like the lack of think before you act. Now we have an act and then think uh, from it. And now within the emergence energies who are like, I see this is not good. I see this is not that. We already talked about in the previous videos about the black ships. Exactly, those emerging energies that now you're gonna see them. I spoke about this before. They're in their 15s, 20s, 22s. Now they're waking up into the reality, and they're like, "This is not right. What is going on? What did you guys did with the world?" They're not gonna blame somebody. They're gonna comes in and blames us. They're gonna put the blame on us. But actually, if you take a look, the culture is like this, the society is like this for it, because we focus of what this good high lifestyle. We begin to copy the stars. We begin to looking at what the stars do. We begin to be looking at to these luxuries and there's everything in there. We basically self-corrupted as a society from within us. And now this new newly emerging energies that comes in, they want to take the lead. They want to take the lead for a better world. Okay, so yeah, pretty good younger observations, Diana. Yes, you in order you to dig and to understand this, you have to look deep. I went to the stores. Some of you already know I came here to Bulgaria because I had only 3 pieces of luggage, clothes. I didn't have anything, and I came in here in the summer, and I don't even have a winter clothes. So I went out to shopping some of the clothes, some of the things that I have for it, and I went to the stores. And guess what I'm seeing in the stores? I see in the stores a T-shirts with pretty much most of it black, and there is a skulls there, and it says "I love toxic." And guess what? I asked them, "Do you guys?" Oh yeah, they're selling a lot. Everybody's buying it. Well, that's commercial for a toxic, for toxicity. Okay, you go into the restaurant and you see a 110-year-old boy wearing a t-shirt that, and he's proud of it, that the sign there it says like I am toxic, and you're looking at his father at the restaurant who is also a toxic, and he's controlling and so on, and he's like, I'm proud of you. What are you proud of it? So there's gonna be this divine energies that it's gonna be emerging now because they see what it is. But you need to understand that I had a conversation with someone and I spoke about it. It's going to be hard, specifically for a parents who have these kids. They are developed as a toxic. Now they have to look to a new way. They have to become really, really awakened. They have to look for a new ways. But what is the new way? The new way is to fix themselves. You can't fix the child if you don't fix the parent. It's not going to work. That's what the correlations is. We are going to see a lot of family karma because the parents that they have kids now, guess what happened? They were in a toxic environments within their parents. And now all this BS, all this crap is emerging. And there is going to be a kids within this toxic environment. They're going to rise up and they're going to looking for a shelter. They're going to look for understanding. They're going to look in it to you as an escape pod. And you understanding the current environment, the current energies, you understanding everything, you have to give them a hand. But how? First of all, you develop yourself. You can't be undeveloped and raised in a toxic environment and trying to fix things. The way I see it, that what's going to happen is that uh, there's going to be created this positive environment, uh, kind of like a societies, what I'm calling it, and there's going to be this kind of like a bringing in. So uh, they're going to comes in and develop from within themselves. It's going to be ugly because some of the people who are waking, they may go back into a toxic reality. Okay, that's what this situations might be in for it. You may see it because of it's all about the society. If you guys for it watched a Star Wars, for example, okay, Anakin Skywalker, he was very gifted. He was a divine masculine energy uh, from to it. He was a lot of rebellion. He was kind of like a represents this rebellious part from within. But what happened is he didn't receive the proper recognition from the Jedi Council, so they were limited at him. So what happened is because they were limiting him as his power and accepting his superiority, what happened is he began to look someplace else into the dark side, and that's how Palpatine sent him and begin to convert him to a this narcissistic personality to use his power to control and achieve his goals. And some of the situations gonna comes in like this. But we right now of understanding of all this environment that we have to do our work, we have to do our best to pass on these elders knowledge and wisdom to this awakening energies that comes in. By understanding, first has to come from within us. The truth has to come from within us. Now we are in this energies of the truth that we are talking about is about realizing what the truth is. Stop be doing this false life. What happens is that false life energies for it, that false life didn't bring truth environment as gravitational field within the family. It wasn't built. It was false relationship. A lot of the relationships within the people they got married for some reasons. They hide something. There was a lot of face masking and so on. People begin to cheat and so on because they're unhappy. And unhappy environment created now shows all these situations that we are from within. But within that unhealthy environment, there is this awakening that that's not healthy, that is not good, that is not right. Now it's emerging the issues. These energies are awakened. This could be a lot of parents that now they see the fruit, which is their kids, that toxic environment, what kind of fruit gives them. Now they understand they have to involve themselves. At the same time, they go back and they go back to their parents and it says like, look it, I am the product and we have a problem with the product that I create because you guys weren't wise and elder. We're going to be looking at to the elders. We are looking at now to the elder wisdom. We are going to go back as a uh, getting the wisdom from the old ages. Okay, you might sense that these vibrations, the downloads that come from the universe contain all the wisdom within the elders from within. The elders got that knowledge from the universe, and now we really need to go ahead and when are we dealing with this newly emerged divine masculine energies, guide them. Okay, the old days when you tell hey, this is not good, this is not correct. Oh, why are you judging me? Why are you judging my kids? Are you judging my kids? Here's your ego coming. All right, and they're like, maybe it needs to have a correction. The old days there was no corrections. There was just like, do it right now because that's not right. But now, within the new age that we are bringing the wisdom from within the understanding. It's like, listen, If you don't correct yourself now, you're going to grow up like this. You're going to have this screw up life, and that's going to lead to a screw up kids. Do you think you have to behave like this? Now you're talking to their soul from within them. And now, through some of the bad experience that has been done lately, you will see that the young generations within their 15 to 20s, you're gonna be imagined that some of the things that they know, as far as they this elders learning, they're like born with it. Yes, they will be. But at the same time, there's gonna be a kids who they don't have that wisdom. Actually they grow up in the other side. They're gonna be more and more with it for it. So the awakening is gonna happen in the both sides of the gravitation. Okay, it's gonna happen in the good side. It's gonna happen in the bad side. But that's gonna bring that he needs to have this mutual agreement for it, so we can be have a better future, not only for us now, not for the kids that we are going to develop, but also the future generations after and after. That is a one awakening process that's going to happen, because the future will depend what we're doing now and the current things. We are going to teach the kids go back into proper ethics and norms. Back in France, okay, in order you to be a nice and good and be good with the women's, okay, you had to have manners. Have you seen the manners lately out in the streets? I don't think so. Probably the people passing by you, they don't even say hi when you tell them good morning. I even experiencing here. I say good morning and hi to people, and guess what? Come on, say something. You're a human being. It's gone. The human part, it's gone, but you will see this emergent energies that comes in. And please, if you see them, they come to you for it. The youth awakening, they're going to be very powerful, but raw. Okay, they're like a raw diamonds. They are uncut. Okay, and there have to we have to give them this knowledge to be powered up for it. All right. So um, show them your story. Tell them your story. Tell them how you overcome this darkness. That's going to be the best thing you will do within them if you meet them, if you work with them. Be the personal example for it, not something else. The example, the personal example, the personal experience is a 10 times more value than you give them a book or have them watch a movie. Honest, naked talk with this newly emerging energies, okay, awakening, is going to be much more powerful, especially now when you're speaking your truth. They will tap into that truth. They've been seeking it for that truth because they're the truth seekers. Okay, that's what the power is of the truth seekers. Some of the generations they're gonna rise up. Does everyone will succeed? No. Some of them will fall because they have to be example of that example how they fall. Okay, and some of them they're gonna be within good and they're gonna show how to overcome for it. And you're gonna be the observer. Most of the time, the way I'm seeing it right now, you're the observer. If somebody comes into you for the guidance, you will go ahead and guide them. They will choose you as a guide. They will choose you. You don't choose them. The universe chooses. Okay, you're going to feel when you have to work with it. Dealing can be a very hard process for it, because now you have to have the patience of dealing of their toxic traits. You're gonna caught them those toxic traits. You're gonna still hearing toxic words, toxic behaviors, and you're gonna be like, let them do it, this toxic thing. So they do it, they crash, they come to you, and it's like, why did this happen? And you just look at them and it's like, what do you think that happened for? Now, take a look. Is that was an empathy or that was a toxic? And now they, wow, I was toxic. Now they learn through their experience. You need to understand that it's like the little kids. You go, you turn on the stove, okay, and now turn the top of the stove, and you're boiling something, and they're like going in there, and you tell them, "Don't touch it; it's hot," and they just look at you and are like, "What's this?" And they touch. Now they hurt, and they learn it's hot, and now you tell them, "You see, you should have listened to me." But until they don't touch something, do they for it, they don't get hurt. They're not going to understand some of the things you're telling them, and you have to be okay with this. That is the sad part, that you have to be okay with this for it. It's not going to be easy to wipe out all these things, but once they learn and they choose really to serve the side, you will understand from within them. I As far as the energies, you're gonna can be able to use your mirroring neurons about this empathy, because the gravitations of your empathy is gonna have a reflect in you. So basically, the environment for it, it's gonna be crucial to them. The environment, it's very critical to this. One series I'm kind of like I recommend you to watch to understand more of the psychology understanding of all this. That is the Tomorrow's People. Go ahead and watch the Tomorrow's People. In there, within those series, it's kind of like explains the dynamics with this young awakening energies for to it. So now I can go ahead and get some few questions, but before the questions, I want to finish with this: that the mirroring neurons, when you create an empathic environment around you, you can be able to use the that energies of empathy to go through them. There was a study that was done of how that through the mirroring part of the brain, the mirroring neurons, people develop, and they're basically copying the empathy. That is what leads to the love, leads to the compassion, to the respect, to gain all the qualities of those energies are. So there is everything actually comes in like a big puzzle that we need to have to put in. But now the inner peace is going to be leading, it's going to be guiding. The truth is going to has to be there, and the whole thing is to reach out to this ascension as a society. Okay, that this ascension is going to lead to the ascension of the future generations. So that way we can be having this culture as a society on earth, so we can be able to really stepping up within the galactic behaviors. Otherwise we are just people with I don't know, with sticks and bows, and we're going around in the ships, and we're trying to conquer other worlds and so on for it. So it's going to be a lot that what it is. We are going to evolve, but again, having a compassion with this newly awakening masculine energies, because they are raw. They're not a cut diamond. Okay, they're not this shine polished diamond, and they're coming to you, and you have to coach them, you have to cut them, you have to polish them. Okay, you have to guide them so they can evolve within this. And that of the dealing at some point is going to make you a coach, like it or not. You might have to step into that role of being the coach, not because of anything else. You are a ascending being, awakened being that understand if we're not doing this right now, we are not going to be having an effect in the future. That's where you are awakened. That's where you are awake. The reason that you are awakened is it doesn't matter divine masculine, divine feminine. I told you a long time ago. You got to learn the both sides, so you know how to deal, unite them from within you. And now you eliminate it. Without uniting those two, you're always going to fight them with those two, and there's going to be this inner fights from within you. But once you unite them, you understand them. Guess what? It's elimination for it because of all this. We are sending. I mean, the way we are going, we are sending. Okay, but these newly emergency energies, they are going to be yes. Yes, the divine masculine is good as a coach, but so is the divine feminine. The divine feminine can learn compassion, caring, loving. The divine feminine is the grandmother, it is the shaman, guide. Okay, she is the mother itself, the sister, the female friend, the daughter. All those that's going to come out on the surface. It's not only divine masculine, it's also divine feminine. The divine feminine is the brother, is the boy you play in the streets. Okay, he's the young adult. He's your best friend. He represents the husband, the father, the grandfather, the king, the wizard, all that. But they all have their positive and their negative traits for it. That's what this is going to take for it. But yeah, coach, you're going to become a coach, and some of you will become a coaches. Maybe some of you are already a coach. Okay, you might be don't be like me, here on the YouTube and so on and so on, but you maybe have someone that comes to you and is like looking to you like you are everything they need in life. That's what this is. And dealing with this, okay, is because you are chosen by the person, by the universe. This happened. And it's for a better future for everybody. All right. So now it's time for taking some questions, guys. All right. Cosmos United, I'm a toxic environment with my mom and searching for ways to get out of it without taking a 9 to 5. Struggling a bit with graphics design business, but today I get it. You can't fix the child if the parent is toxic for it. No matter how hard I try to clear myself and better myself, her words are so powerful when she speaks from fear that I fall to. No blaming, just the way I can't explain why. She and my cousin hold so much emotional power over me. Cosmos, you gave them a power. The only way you can do it is take the psychology advice, what they said about toxic relationships, cut communications on all levels with it, move some places, and grow from it. That's what that is. Okay, that's what this is, because you're gonna cut the chain of events from it, because they planted that energies from within you, and when they're talking to you, they already established this link from within you, and that's how you feel. You feel like you can't. No, you can't, but it's gonna take a lot of clearing to do. Cosmos United. All right. I never saw the movie Avatar. Uh, Search on YouTube Avatar Young, and you'll find it. The Airbender. For it, you'll see it. It's an animation movie. You ain't gonna miss it. Very popular. Kids need to learn how to be pages to grow to become knights. Yes, exactly, Diana. But take a look, Diana, of the learning. Back in the days, okay, there was a moment when they were taking the young boys, okay, when they were 4 or 5, and they begin to coach, to teach them. It's like, hey, this how this is done. Hey, this is how that is done. All right. We're not teaching this. We forgot to teaching the proper time, the proper ways, the proper wisdom to give them the wisdom from the beginning. Okay, we lost them. Okay, they want to learn, they're eager to learn, but they don't know what to learn. They don't know who they are basically from within them. And some of the kids, you trying to see them and try to look at to them. What are you planning to do? What are you dreaming about it? I don't know. Back in my days when we were growing up, somebody's gonna ask me, "What do you want to be?" Oh, I was telling them right away what I wanted to be. All right. So I had a dream. I achieved it. I wanted to be a maintenance supervisor so I can maintain good things. I did. I achieved what I wanted to achieve. And guess what? I saw what it's the truth is. And I'm like, okay, great. But God, I've done it. Right. So, I mean, I wanted to play with electricity at a very young age. I began the 4th grade. Now we don't teach the kids of any of the labor work. They all want to be a computer programmers because that's what the monies are. Yeah, there is rough times that are coming in right now because there is a lot of robots involved. There is a lot of things involved, and the human being doesn't know how to get from point A to point B if they don't use a Google map. Compared to back in the days, people didn't have a Google Maps. They knew how to get from one side to another side of the world. Okay, they knew how to travel from Paris to London. Okay, they knew how to get from Paris to Rome. Nowadays, people they don't think. Some of the young generations they don't even know how to cook. All they know is the phone. It's I'm going to order a pizza, or I'm going to order some bagels, or I'm going to order some Chinese. Sad, right? That's how it is, though. It's a sad truth. But when they awaken, they want to learn how to cook. They want to learn how to get a garden. They want to learn how to pot flowers, or they want to know how to grow vegetables. They will. This newly emerging awakening masculine, they will for it. And the newly awakened feminine, they will know how to care. They will learn how to cook, how to wash clothes. They're gonna have this washing the clothes by hand with a homemade soap. There it's has a homemade um, sentence in there. you're gonna understand that there's gonna be a lot of the things they're gonna go back in time. We are going to back in time to reset, to have a hard reset for it, because the way it is, we are going to a self-destruction instead of self-ascension as supposed to be. That is the problem. But within them, there is a lot of power, and I seen that power. I see that raw power within them, and it's raw. I mean, they're like, you tell them something, yeah, I'll do it right away. Yeah. Hey, hold your horses in there. Think before you act. Like, what do you mean? You don't even process it, but you will understand, CF. I gotta tell you, CF, that I admire you for all this bringing it up, and I appreciate that. You actually point out a very good topic on this because we needed to have that talk. And I was just waiting for the proper energy, but it's a Lion's Gate. Lion Gate is open, everybody. So that's what this is. All right. Diamond B, a great day. I have found that this was one of the greeting other, but there is a year, but so small these days, hard to tell. Oh yeah, if you zoom to the phone, yeah, the phones are disasters these days for it, and yeah, I'm seeing that the concept of twin flames you just experienced in the dynamic of relations with narcissists and not mirror. The rest is an illusion. Alan Darrow, it's not really a narcissistic. It's got a way much deeper meaning to this. Okay, most of the people look at that situation with a narcissist. For especially the people who are within their, we're talking about 28 to like their 39, 40s in that range. To it. Because right now that's the evaluations. That's where it comes in. That's what the pop culture was. If you remember one of the song about the name of the song is Toxic for it, and it was cool to look at that song. But if you look at the words, kind of like a programming, you understand that popular culture sometimes is not the right thing. If you look at it right now, the culture and the songs, if you translated some of the songs that comes in, you will go really dive deep into it in a whatever language, whatever culture you are, you will find the same thing as energy, because that's what the energy is. That's what the gravitation is. That's where the monies are for it. Twin flames is totally different, but you will understand over the time for it. Pandora would like to help people cope with the darkest moments. That's the remember how I done it for myself. Exactly, Pandora. That is the people who, through experiencing the narcissistic in a toxic environment, and they heal from it, they are gonna shine and bright from it. But if you were in this environment, how would you learn? It's impossible. And that's what the power of the twin flames is. They're going to put the love up front and they're going to tear it apart, all this toxicity and narcissism, because love heals all. That's what this is. But a lot of the people right now, currently, even the energy wise, they stop believing in love. That is the main reason for it. We stop believing in love. Hell, we stop, most of the people stop believing even in existence of God. The only God for them, for most of the people right now, is one thing. It's called money, possessions, luxury cars, luxury lifestyle, shows off, compete with the Joneses. For what? So you can be accepted better in the society that it's toxic and sucks. So everyone thinks that you are a big deal and you're pleasing your ego, but destroying the future of yourself and your kids. Nice deal. Yeah. And most of the people recognize this. Most of the people recognize that. It's true. It's like a frozen that lose our identity. Thank you for the advice. I will try to implement as much as possible. Cosmos, I work with few people like you. Okay. They disengaged with the family. They did the right things. They are understood at the 90th day. When you make evaluations on this, they begin to go back into the empathy from within them. But the hardest moment is within clearing the confusions, which takes about 90 days. Because there is a lot of depressions and anxiety, panic attacks, fears, everything comes out in the surface within the person. But after the 90 days, usually when the light begins to more emerging with for it. Okay, Cosmos United. I remind Linda Cowling latest videos was topic. All right. You know what? We're going to do it this as tomorrow topic. Diana. Okay, I'm putting it here. Diana. Lindy Cowling. Latest video. Diana, can you do me a favor if it's possible for you? You to go to the YouTube and look at it exactly that video. There it is, and copy the link within the chat room so that way the people can watch it. So that way we are going to know the topic in the video that we are going to watch. Could you be able to do that favor for me? I'll be gladly appreciated for it. I know you wanted to talk about this for a long time, and I'm just gonna kind of like override this, and I'm gonna choose it for tomorrow's topic because yeah, I can prolong things for a while, but this kind of like that's what it is. Oh, Diana left. When the DM and DF energies keep each other in check and balance, it achieves something magical happens within. Sometimes I find out it's hard to maintain the balance and starting to get easier. Yes, CF, the things actually start getting easier because of the balance that we create, the inner peace. And when we have the inner peace as vibrations, now you sense that this inner fight with the divine feminine, divine masculine from within you, and you're like, no, 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 I don't need this fight. I'm looking for the illumination of inner peace. Let's see how I'm gonna calm you down. And then there is this thinking process. It's like, oh, I understand. What are you guys fighting for? Oh, for that issue. Well, that's not that kind of like a big of an issue. You need to understand this, and this is the issue, so we're gonna fix it. Okay? Boom, you reach that internal agreement from within now, and now it's getting more easier because you agree from within yourself. There is no this inner fights anymore, and that is it, the new path to stop the inner fights but to go up. So yes, you have the things uh, for it. Pandora, can you explain the Lion's Gate? Pandora, I did 2 videos on the Lion's Gate. We talked about yesterday about the Lion's Gate for it, and I did today. Astrogravitational report is really put some more stuff for Lion's Gate. Okay, that is the 15th degree uh, of Leo. For that is at the time when there is a point of light that comes in and points out towards a one star. That's a Sirius Alpha in the sky, the constellation of the dog, and the dog represents the Sphinx for it in Egypt. It is about to gain the wisdom for within us. Okay, is about the become the wise. The animal as a lion have a head of a man. That's what the Sphinx is. for it. That is a to make this raw animal a human being, but the power of the lion. Okay, that's what the lion gate is. There's a lot of divine energies on in the play. I suggest you need to go and watch the astro gravitational report, which is that report. Okay, it is for exactly on this situations. Purity, I believe in being kind and loving to others. I feel like foreign concepts in the 3D sometimes. Yeah, the 3D can really screw up the things. Purity. Okay. Uh, for Pandora. Yes, powerful phrase, tear it apart. That is the purpose. I love to be able to squash things with power from within and around. Pandora, the future that's coming, okay, in the next maybe 200 years, things gonna get very powerful. Um, Purity, passion, landscapes 20, infinity, love, attunement. Lindy Cowling. Maybe that's the latest video. Okay. We can. I don't know if that's the video that Diana wanted to watch. I wish Diana was here for it too. But I'm so thankful with the divine masculine. Uh, um, I'm thankful with the divine masculine energies with me. Without could never overcome my fears. I have the same trust that my energy, my divine, helps me on his journey, and we're always together. Great job, Eric. Yes, that's what it takes. Okay, that togetherness. All right. You can't just do a divine masculine energy if you don't have the support from divine feminine. Now the divine feminine, they think that they have a divine masculine energies. They don't understand the full power of the actions of the divine masculine. And that is that creates a lot of confusions. And the confusions led to this lack of knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't experienced it, then you don't know it. Then you can't develop it. For okay, Casey Gundy here. Hi, Casey. Thank you for coming in for it. And purity, passion. I think that is. She was talking about this for 2 weeks ago. Let me see if it was something related to a twin flame, as far as I understood. For it, she's been talking for a while. I will check that out pretty quick though. Uh, she was talking a few weeks back, and there is like a few videos that could have been. Um, there is the galactic callings, there is the expansion and intimacy, arrival, blue avian star being, and the Lionsgate has been posted 5 days ago for it. Man, I wish I know that Diana what video was talking about. Uh, something about black hole. Let me see. Let me see what videos is, because we gotta watch. Everybody has to watch that video so we can be able to discuss that. Discussing on it. Let's see. The fifth way. The fifth way. Man. Uh, I think that since we are not aware of truly what we need to look and discuss here in the chat, the next time Diana's coming in, I'm gonna really asking her exactly what video clip that will be. I mean, I will watch some of the videos, see if she's talking about this black hole for it. But for tomorrow, Casey, here is the black hole video. Uh, Lisa, I believe that was a black hole dynamics. Suggestion: what if your twin flame never come clean and he moves forward with a fake twin who tries to abuse me by making weird destructive YouTube videos to mock me? It is weird. Uh, why would you think that, Purity, in the first place? For it to mock you. Uh, you need to understand that if somebody is trying to mock you is one thing, but trying to share their experience or explain their point of view, that could be a different. If I was you, I will look at it in there, what it triggers me. Okay, for it, I felt it. Yeah, there could be a something from within the I felt it. There could have been something. And I know exactly what you're talking about for it. But for example, think about that way that the issues that had to be fixed between you and him and them, if you guys didn't fix the issue for it, now he's facing the same issue and he's talking about those same issues, brought him out on the surface. So now you have few choices. You can take it down as a knowledge, or you can take it down as an attack, which is the ego, or you can take it differently. Why? But if I was you, I wouldn't allow it to bother you. What could be bother you, actually, Purity, it is if they made the videos prior, they deleted them, and now since what they did with these videos, people made the decisions on the basis of their videos. And now there is a spiritual karma developed between the people who watched and the divine and them. That I worry about it. Okay. So you need to understand that divine and all this public speaking are very connected to each other. They are very connected to it. Most people are not aware of creating a spiritual karma with the divine. It is a one thing you to build a karma with, hey, can you give me $1,000 and I'll give you in the next 2 months, and then you disappear, right? That is a theft, right? But you develop a karma. So next life you came in and the same person asks you, hey, can you give me a $10,000? And you're like, yeah, sure, why not? Here are the $10,000. And now they're gone. And you're like, what the hell? Right? You just to learn it. But with the divine, when you do all this and you work all within this, you gotta be very much careful about it too. Okay? Very much about it. You need to understand that the divine is watching anything and everything, but some people are not aware of this for it. Okay, so I won't pay attention to what twin flame does. I won't pay your twin flame whatever the situations is there. I won't do any of it. You hand them out to the divine, and that's it. The divine's got to deal with them. That's it. Whatever the story. Maybe you guys been having a toxic relationship. Maybe you guys have any other stories. You're here now to develop yourself. Focus on yourself. Let them do whatever they want to do. Okay. But certain things have to come out in the surface, either also from your point of view, from your end and his end. Okay, you have to accept this because that's how it's releasing this problem out in the surface, which other people will benefit. People will choose things. And purity, I admire you about this, that you're talking about even this. Okay, but here, look the both sides of for it. CF, healthy boundaries, know to say no when something not acceptable for it. Link is good. Let's see what this is. Lindy Cowling. The quantum black hole dynamic. Okay, I got it. All right. CF, thank you. TF, black hole dynamic. There you go. Perfect about this. I have the link. Actually, I will share it on the channel. So tomorrow we are going to discuss this black hole for it. Actually, I had a talk before with her, with Lindy, long time ago. For it, we are friends on Facebook. But I haven't seen anything because after the Facebook did some upgrades, you can only see a certain people. You can't see everyone. And I got 2,000 plus people on a Facebook. I can't see everyone anymore. It doesn't work that way anymore. So, yes, CF. Thank you. Thank you for the help. For it. All right. CF, do you have any questions about the video since you're suggesting it to watch, to talk about this? For all right, if you guys have no questions, and or if you do, please ask now. If you're not, I'm gonna go ahead and close the chat for today. I have astrology reading to do for a client in 30 minutes for it. Think about more. Go back in the days. What was the prince as a divine masculine? The prince in the stories, the bedtime stories, the care, the compassion, the warrior from within. He go out and he kills the dragon to save the princess. The manners that he had, the understanding of God that he's got for it. Okay, we are going to go back into this rising up divine masculine energies, divine positions, divine situations from it. And we have to show them by one thing: we become that prince. So the younger generation can copy the prince from within. Okay, that's what's going to happen when this awakening energies as divine from it. Okay, not only divine, but also the feminine energies from within. I mean, the relationship can be become a lot more for it. There is a kind of like a try to, man, I have that from within me, was that Rapunzel. There you go. The Rapunzel. All right. He had to go up in there and she grabs that frying pan and hit him in the head. right? Some of the relationships starting like this, right? Maybe the Beauty and the Beast. Don't forget, the Beast was a prince once who had a toxic life, and he changed. His karma was to be this beast, but love changed everything, right? So that's what I'm leaving you guys. I hope that video helps you. I hope we are going to continue to evolve and to grow. And tomorrow we are going to discuss the black hole twin flame dynamics. Okay, guys. So thank you for coming into the chat. Thank you for the super chat. That's anything I can do. Find me on the Facebook. And I appreciate everyone that you come here. Guys, let's have this inner peace within us. I know it's intense energies, but keep it in mind. That's what we are. Okay? We are love. Be love, guys.